Hey everybody, welcome to Froggy Snacks. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Not a financial advisor. Studio's all messed up. Trying to fix it. Stuff all over the place. Anyways, today I'm brainstorming. I'm just out in the open, just thinking about what's going on here. I got a few data points I want to go over. Just to cover some items, and I'm going to do it live. Which I need to update my data on the DRS poll, which is going very well. This constituting an average. Here's my data set. Here's for the poll of how much APE do you own? Or yeah, APE. And we're looking at if this data is even 50% correct, we're looking at like 5 billion shares. But with 4 million shareholders, it's showing a 4,638 share average per holder, which is from the votes, right? So 5,068 people voted, and we came up with a number of 11,752,692 shares of AMC or APE out of these votes, right? Which is broken down here in percentage-wise. With even just 800,000 shareholders, which is almost an 80% margin of error compared to 4 million, that's still 3.7 billion shares. Now I'm going to update the data with the DRS, which is now up to 435 votes. People who have DRS'd 200 or more is 32.9%. 500 more is 19.3%. 2,000 or more is 18.9%, and 10,000 or more is 29%. And keep in mind that there are people who have DRS'd like 50,000 shares, and there's people who have DRS'd 10 shares. So this is actually a pretty conservative poll base. We're already right now, just with 435 votes, 1.496 million shares. And just a quick calculation, let's just say 1.4149. We'll just do the sum of this data point divided by the total number of votes. So that's again 3,440 shares average per voter. We're getting consistent data with an average shareholder count of at least, let's do the median of this. Let's just say 3,700 shares per person. That is just wild. So let's do this. Get this block in there. Delete that. Oops. Okay, so now we're set up. Now we know we're an average. Bottom line, we're an average of over 3,000 shares per shareholder. I mean, in the chat, just in the chat, you guys, be totally honest, completely honest. Let's just do a poll. That way it's anonymous. Let me set up a poll. This is just our little live brainstorming session here, guys. This is the easiest thing to do. Share this video out, like and sub, whatever you got to do to get this out so people can come in and join. But we'll just say for the sake of continuity, the 60 people that are in the chat right now, how much, let's just say this. Do you own over 200 shares of AMC? I can change these poll. Okay, here we go. How much AMC do you guys want to do AMC or APE? Let's do APE. If you want to drop what you own in the chat, feel free. I'm going to set the poll up. We'll do 100, 200. We'll do 100, 100 or less, 500 or less, 1,000 or less, 3,000 or less, and we'll just keep it there. So be totally honest, guys. Even if you own 8,600 APE, even if you own 10,000 APE, Just hit 3,000. We'll do 4,000 because that's around where our share average was. 3,700. 35, just to be cool. 3,500. Okay, there's the poll. Everybody vote on this. If you own more than 3,500, just click 3,500. If you own more than 1,000 but not up to 3,500, just click 1,000. The data sets that I've put together with you guys on Twitter, there's the poll, are, you can't argue it. Presidential polls have less than 2,000 voters in the sample size that they take. Keep in mind, every one person that voted on that poll of how much AMC do you have knows at least 5 other people outside of the Twitter sphere that own at least 10 to 50 shares. It's for anybody to say that they haven't sold us phantom shares, I would question their integrity. And not even that, we know Patrick Byrne has come out and certified the existence of phantom shares and naked shorting. Wes Christensen and Share Intel at nakedinfo.truth have also confirmed this in multiple cases. This is where you can go to see nakedinfo.truth. I highly suggest sending this John Doe letter to the AMC board of directors. You fill it out and say, I am a shareholder of AMC and APE. I would like Share Intel to be implemented at AMC to monitor stock flow to look for inconsistencies. This is why, and I'll say again, and Eleanor Tourette, who works at Fox Business with Charles Gasparino, who she's great, guys. You guys, Gasparino comes at us. Yes, he does. He does this and that, but he is an MSM outlet. He needs to get views. So I get what he does and why he does it. Eleanor comes on and posts some pretty awesome things out into the Twitter sphere. Let me try to navigate here. I'm still drinking coffee this morning. I'm slow, guys. But I tweeted at her off her latest tweet. And she tweeted, this is what initially caught my attention about AMC. In the last 2 years, company insiders have made 0 buys as well. Same with Hood. Insiders have only sold shares. And we all know about Hood. But here's the simple fact. Why would AMC insiders buy if they knew the company had an endless supply of shares out into the open market? Because market makers and primes are selling phantom shares of AMC every single day past the legally issued float. We had to come to that conclusion. They already knew. They said, these guys, Adam Aron in 2019, let me see if I can pull the video up and just show you guys. I mean, let's take a history trip here. He talked about AMC was the victim of some short selling. I'm gonna play it right now. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Power E-Trade gives you an award-winning mobile app with powerful, easy-to-use tools and interactive.
After the commercial, good Lord. Come on. No, I will not use E-Trade YouTube.
AMC CEO Adam Aron. Adam, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Wilf, Courtney, nice to be with you both.
So talk us through why you feel the market is trading your stock down despite some record ticket sales numbers and decent earnings.
Yeah, actually, this was a great earnings report for AMC that we issued this morning before the market opened. We did report an all-time third quarter high for ticket sales and ticket admissions to our theaters, a strong improvement to our business, especially in Europe. Our food and beverage sales at an all-time record. Our EBITDA, which is really the basic unit of measurement for our company, was up 33% year over year when you adjust out a non-cash accounting change, something called ASC 842. So we really had great results, and the stock actually went right up after we announced. We've been the victim of some short selling during the year. There might have been some game playing with our stock today. But as I said, most people who follow the company closely thought this was a very strong record-setting quarter for AMC.
Well, either way, some of those milestones that you mentioned clearly you still have an EPS loss. And is that a sort of highlight, despite the fact that you have been outpacing some of your rivals, that your broader industry is under serious threat, that you're having record ticket sales, you're doing better than some of your rivals, but you're still reporting an EPS loss and your stock price is still falling quite sharply?
Well, we're not actually measured on EPS. We're measured on EBITDA. So it's not the most relevant statistic for AMC. Yes, there's a loss, but that has a lot to do with our particular circumstance. We've got a very complicated derivative security in place that gets marked to market every quarter. We also bought 3/4 of our circuit in the last 36 months. So whereas most companies report depreciation based on the cost basis of their assets, we use purchase accounting. So we marked all our assets, or not all, but 3/4 of our assets up to market levels in the last 3 years. So our depreciation expense is large. As I said, net loss, net income, EPS is not the basis of how we're measured. EBITDA is, and on that measure, we had a record 18. Second quarter of 19 was strong. Today we're up 33% year over year. These are good numbers. Your other embedded in your question, though, is the notion that somehow we're under siege. That's really a press fiction that comes out of people realizing that streaming is another way to watch movies, in addition to what might be called the old-fashioned way, where you go to a theater, except there's one thing. People love going to movie theaters. They do it over 1 billion times a year in the United States. And as I said, in the quarter that we reported today, we hit an all-time record high for admissions at our theaters. So as opposed to our business being under siege, we're actually booming.
So, even back in 2019, we have Aron coming out and saying, even with record-setting quarters, our stock is still being attacked. We're the victim of some short selling. So for anyone in the mainstream media that claims to have any legitimacy whatsoever to come out and attack AMC on a fundamental basis, saying, oh, okay, the fundamentals are bad, people are going to the movies, but it's not like it was in 2019, blah, 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 this and that, AMC's a bad play. For Gasparino, for Liz Clayman, for anyone, whoever, on any financial service on the MSM, to not confront and come out and say, which we saw when MSNBC came out and Melissa Lee said naked shorts, the world broke. The producers were like, no. And she was like, ooh, or she didn't say it, but another person on the show did. And her face said it all. And anytime anybody talked about naked shorts on the show, they cut the feed. For any MSM person to come out and not talk about naked short selling right now, or the fact that they are selling phantom shares into the market, when we have Patrick Byrne, who has proved it, Wes Christian has proved it. We have multiple big-time financial moguls, past, present, and future, on our live streams telling you that they're doing this. For them to not admit it on the MSM, it is because they are paid not to. They are part of the broken system. Because if they did come out and said, there looks like there is some evidence of what we call phantom shares being sold out into the market, which are not legally issued shares, and or institutions being naked short due to this. And some of these hedge funds don't even know they're naked short, you guys. I'm telling you that right now. Some of the hedge funds, when a market maker sells phantom shares into the market, that means AMC never sold them the share, meaning there's no initial buying pressure. Now this fake share gets sold to a broker who goes to Robinhood. So now, say I'm in Robinhood, which I would never do. I get my phantom share in my Robinhood account, right? So now the price is going to go down a little bit because we just diluted the market flow of all the shares. But it's not going to show on the outstanding because it's illegal, but the price will dilute. Now say this, Robinhood's shady as fuck, and they go, oh, hey, we have all these shares that are supposed to be legal. Why don't we lend them out and make some money? So Robinhood lends all your shares out to these hedge funds who want to short the stock. Now Robinhood is making a fee off of your share, which is illegal in the first place, crushing your long position. So you're buying a phantom share, which is hurting your long. Then they're loaning your share out, which is hurting your long. Then a fund is naked short, which is hurting your long position. And you wonder why the stock price goes down non-fucking stop every day. It's because we have bought fake shares from the market that is diluting our stock price, and then our shady ass brokers are loaning them out to be naked shorted, crushing AMC. The best thing you can do, and this is it. This is the final, no more catalyst, no more nothing. Direct registration of your shares has been brought up by Jon Stewart. Gary Gensler literally freaking lost his mind when Jon Stewart asked him that. And I will pull that video up too. Dave Lauer, Lisa Barranca, who's a former SEC chief, and multiple other top-notch Wall Street moguls, Wall Street people that know what they're doing and are big-time names on the street. And let me play this video for you guys. I'm telling you, the single best thing you can do is buy AMC stock directly from ComputerShare. That is the single greatest thing you can do. And it's this easy. It is literally this easy. You go to ComputerShare. You do not have to register or log in if you do not have an account yet. All you have to do is click make a stock purchase. That's it, right? You go in. After you click that button, you search the stock, AMC. They do not sell APE on ComputerShare because the company chose to. Here's the fees. This is what it's going to cost you to do it. This is just the minimum amount you have to invest, meaning the minimum amount you have to buy. So for a new shareholder, a one-time buy, you have to buy a minimum of 25 bucks. If it's a recurring buy, meaning you're going to buy every month, then it's 10. Existing shareholders is 10 apiece. These are the fees you will pay in commission for the purchase, right? One-time investment, 5 bucks, a recurring of $2.50. Per share processing is 5 cents. Dividend reinvestment, $5 max. Then you click invest now. This is where you set your account up after you put in how much do you want to buy. Let's just say 50 bucks on a one-time buy. We're buying $50 worth. Boom. This is where you put your information in, and they're going to set your account up. So after you complete your order, they're going to say your order is being filled. 2 days later, it'll fill. They'll give you a confirmation number. You're going to get a ton of emails. You're going to get letters in the mail. You're going to get text messages. 7 days later, you'll get an email, say verify your account. You can log in, see your shares, and go buy more or sell if you wish. If you wish to sell, the best way to do it is to put a limit sell order at a set price, which you can max out. One share at $3,500 per share, meaning you can go in and put 100 shares at $3,500 each, which is the highest limit sell order you can put per any brokerage that I know of right now. So when your price hits that trigger, it sells. 2 days later, you're going to get your verification. 3 days later, your cash is cleared and they'll send you a check or put it in your bank account. That's all you got to do. The biggest thing though is if you buy AMC directly from ComputerShare, what they're doing is the ComputerShare is going out to a broker, buying a share, whether it's illegal or not, it doesn't matter. Because then they go to the DTCC and they say, give me this amount of shares off of your registry. The DTCC loses those shares. They go away from Wall Street, out of street name, and they go in direct registered book name at AMC Theaters with ComputerShare, meaning that if the DTCC is holding a share that has been sold 3 times and shorted twice through rehypothecation, you're not just buying one share, you're taking 3 to 4 phantom shares off of the US stock exchange, contributing to price action. When we did our last DRS push, we started on AMC. We started back around this time frame right here. I think it was May. Yep, May. We started at all-time lows and we came in and did a big DRS push, and it led to us going up to over $24 a share. Now, the problem with it is all these morons out in the community who don't know what they're talking about host these space calls and like Ape Radio. I'm sorry, but this is just stupid. They're still pushing anti-DRS agenda. It's crazy. After we hit this lot right here, we had some selling pressure, some new shorting pressure, but the problem is new apes are coming in every day buying new shares. So the dilution continues day after day after day. And every now and then we get these wild radical spikes like right here. This was March 31st, 29th. This is when Melvin, 2 weeks before Melvin went out of business, I believe they covered IWM shorts and we went for a ride, right? So now we're here, almost what I almost want to call a big cup and handle going on, and I'm hoping it's going to come to fruition. But we have a lot of people buying more shares right now because it's cheap. When people stop buying synthetics off the market, we'll see price discovery. If people go and direct register their shares, meaning transfer from Fidelity to ComputerShare, we'll see price discovery. If you buy shares directly from ComputerShare, you'll see price discovery. And guess what? Once at least, say 500 million, 490 million, 480, whatever amount of shares that institutions don't own are logged, say 420 million. Once those are logged with ComputerShare and the float's locked, that is 100% proof of phantom synthetic shares being out in the market, and we can sue the living shit out of every market-making entity out there that has been doing this, and we can get the data through FOIA. Let me play this Jon Stewart clip. I'm sure this video will probably get hit for this, but this is really important, you guys, this clip.
Did you propose direct registration of shares? Is that in the suite of rules? You know, because you know, obviously going through the broker and did you propose direct registration of shares? Is that in the suite of rules? You know, because you know, obviously going through the broker and did you propose direct registration of shares?
You ever seen a weasel fucking smile? That is that man right there. He knows that if he came out as an SEC chief and said, look, there's issues in the market, we know it, you have the ability to direct register your shares, which is not illegal. It's fully confirmed and funded and registered. Everybody can do it. It's SEC approved. But if you talk to direct registration with Gary Gensler, he curls up like a little weasel. Absolutely insane. And anyone else who talks about DRS gets their heads chopped off until Dave Lauer come out and said it was the way. Lisa Barranca came out. Former SEC chief head came out and said it the way. Jon Stewart cornered Gary Gensler in an interview and said, can we DRS? And Gary Gensler about ran out of the room. And then you have all these other Twitter space calls, Ape Radio, who talk shit about DRS. And Casey Shaw talking shit about DRS. These guys are bad fucking news, man. Bad news. Whether they're ignorant and don't understand it, which is a pass, no worries. But if you know you are lying about DRS and direct registration, one, all the material you put online lying about DRS, ComputerShare can now sue you for libel, for defamation, all that. ComputerShare can come at you and sue you if you've been lying about their platform. That is a very real consequence. But two, you're hurting the play. Direct registration is the single most simplest thing to take shares away from Wall Street and put them in a direct registered untouchable format, meaning they cannot be lent out and they cannot be shorted. Bottom line, that is the absolute 100% end game. And Gary Gensler's expressions and cues prove it. Aron talks about there being the victim of short selling in this video. It's all there, you guys. It's really simple. Now, Ape. We ran it about DRS, all that. Boom. Oh, let me read this comment. That's cool. Mixoplix. Hey, Froggy Kids, and I love your show. Should I register all my shares? I would tell everybody to do this so you have mobility. If every single AMC shareholder registered 20% of their shares with ComputerShare, one, I think we would still log the float. Two, you'll do it, you'll get used to it, you'll learn the process, but you won't be locked out of your shares for the 5-7 day transfer period. You'll still have mobility with your, say, Fidelity account, and your new shares will go to ComputerShare. But keep this in mind. Fidelity and all the other brokers, the people on the other side of the line have been harassing people on don't register your shares or they don't want to help. because the brokers don't want you to direct register your shares because the brokers are making money off your shares by lending them out. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're still with Webull, Robinhood, Moomoo, any of these apps, your shares are still 100% being lent out to be shorted. 100%, end of story. The excuse is, I might miss the squeeze if I'm transferring. It's been 2 years, we haven't had a squeeze. Get your shares away from Robinhood. Get your shares away from Public. Get your shares away from Webull. They are loaning out your shares and killing your investment. Put your shares in Fidelity. Get stable. They're the most, out of all the brokers, I believe they're the best, even though they still have some shadiness going on. Then, once they're in Fidelity, you can choose to transfer them to ComputerShare for free. The best thing to do, if you don't want to go through the transfer process, is just start buying shares on ComputerShare. Just start buying AMC on ComputerShare. But I highly recommend, I personally think if everybody's individual investors did 20% of their shares, which when people do it, they come back and say, I decided to do 50 instead. I decided to do 70 because I like the platform better. Because your shares aren't being lent out to short sellers. People end up coming back happy and liking it. And then you get these little brown envelopes in the mail with an AMC logo in the window. That's your ComputerShare official direct registration mail. Meaning your shares are now in AMC's name. Even this, ComputerShare is the official transfer agent of AMC Theaters. And it says it right here. Aron chose this for a reason. He's giving us the tool we need to log the float, just like we wanted to do with Satec. But the problem is Satec was just a proxy server, you guys. That was just a comments period idea. And then all of a sudden, Robinhood bought Satec. Citadel bought Satec. They can't buy ComputerShare. Right here, transfer agent, ComputerShare, phone number, website, boom. That's all you got to do, guys. Just go register your shares. Lock the float, and we're done. And I think if every ape out there in America registered their shares, we're done. We have proof at the annual meeting. I'm trying to get John Merriweather to start dropping these during the earnings calls, but at the annual meeting, they will show you the numbers of ComputerShare direct registered shareholders. The float's locked, and ComputerShare says, well, how are they selling shares in the open market if the float's locked? We squeeze, we win, game over. Look at, even as I'm talking about this, APE and AMC are going up. Anyways, APE, brainstorming session on APE. You guys saw my last video. It went viral. We got like 18.5K views on it. Thank you very much. It was awesome. The comments in that video are my absolute favorite. So, APE, Aron issues a dividend from ComputerShare. DRS people got theirs first. Then the rest of the shares go to the DTCC. Then the DTCC hands them out to brokers, but brokers delay us for 8 to 9 days, if not longer. Right? Why do you think they did that? They needed to figure out how to start up rehypothecation on APE because they didn't have enough shares to give out in the market. 43 million FTDs by August 24th. Wiped off the board in a week with no upward buying pressure. How did they do that? They sold phantom shares into the market, and then they placed limit buy orders to spoof those orders off the market. Dave Lauer talked about it in his last tweet where they caught Barclays and UBS facilitating limit buy orders to act like they own shares to spoof FTDs off the failure to deliver list. That's how they do it. Crime. So apes out there, say this, apes out there, we all got our shares, people bought more. Buy pressure outweighs sell pressure almost every day. The price is dropping like crazy. There's a couple things that are happening. Either A, Aron is diluting right now, meaning he has been selling shares this entire time from 10 down to $1.50. He's been selling shares this whole time. Let's hope and pray he got an average of $5. At 425 million shares, that's almost $1 billion, right? Now, $2.5 billion. I'm sorry, that's a lot of money. So it's like $2.5 billion. So he comes out at earnings and says, I know a stock price went down a lot, but we raised $2.5 billion and earnings should be on the 8th, November 7th. There are 3 bonds, 3 debts AMC owes that he can buy back because they're callable, meaning he has the option to buy them and cancel that debt, which he has to do on that day. The bonds are yielding 23%, and they're very valuable right now. So the debtors, the bondholders, own these bonds. They're making 23%. Guess what? They're making that because the stock price is in the dirt. So if I'm a bondholder, what do you think I would want to do? I would want to make sure the stock goes down as low as possible. So I'm going to short it to death. I'm going to short AMC into the dirt as much as I can, which look at our price, $5.99. That makes the bonds value. Say this, if Aron raises $2.5 billion in cash off APE, comes back, pays off those bonds, yeah, those bondholders get paid. But now they have to cover their shorts on AMC because they're not hedged on their shorts with the bonds anymore. So AMC is going to go for a run. But here's the other option. Aron hasn't sold any APE yet. This is nothing but phantom shares being sold into the market and naked short pressure. And he's quiet because he immediately went to the NYSE and filed litigation against the 43 million FTDs that occurred. And if he is quiet, that is why. It's not this quiet period, because the quiet period's it's defined as the day the registration statement is made and 40 days after the first day the security is traded. The security was traded on August 22nd, and the 23rd, 4th, and 5th, Aron was out there talking about volume, FTDs, AMC volume. He wasn't being quiet. He was directly speaking on the stock, which could be caused as an influence, and that's why they do the quiet period. This is not an IPO. It was a dividend issuance of a preferred stock spinoff that was traded openly on the market on August 22nd. So that quiet period shit's just silly. But if they are in active litigation, if APE was a trap to prove the synthetic sale of illegal APE shares out into the market and the DOJ was sitting there watching, or a law firm was sitting there watching, or say even the NYSE said, okay, we're going to watch this time, and he proves it, then everybody that did everything to this stock since August 22nd is going to fucking jail. Now say this, here's the third option. Aron diluted the shit out of us. He raised, say, $1 billion or $2.5 billion, and he takes it to AMC and pays off debt, and we're sitting here holding the bag. It's good for AMC, but really shitty for us. And in that case, I would have to concede my bet to Mark Cahodes on that Aron forced an APE dividend on us so he could take our money to pay off AMC debt. That's just the truth. Those are the three options. I'm hopeful for the first two. I hope he hasn't sold a single share from August 22nd to now. Not a single one. Because then he's quiet because he's in active litigation against these market makers and whatnot. And these entities like probably UBS, Credit Suisse, and Barclays. Susquehanna Citadel. I hope that's the case. I also hope maybe he did sell the shit out of this stock and raised $3 billion, pays off debt, and AMC sitting on a fat $2.5 billion, meaning it's unbankruptable, meaning shorts got to get the F out. Shorts would have to cover, meaning anybody who is short APE, anybody who is naked short APE, anybody who's naked short AMC are going to get crushed, and both stocks are going to go to the moon. That would be amazing. Again, the third option is he left his bag holders and raised a bunch of cash to pay off his bondholders. But who knows? We don't know yet, and that's what we're going to wait and find out. But I'm telling you, October 21st, there is amazing bullish activity in the AMC options chain, and you guys know how I am on options. I'm not buying them. Meme options are the fastest way to engage in payment for order flow and hand your premium over to the market makers. It generates liquidity for them. And if they see retail gathered up around like a $10 strike price, they immediately price fix with FTDs, bring the stock down under that strike. So your option falls out of the money. They collect your premium and then their puts go in the money. It's the scam of the century. I pray and hope that Mr. Aron has identified this, that he knows we're being price fixed on the options chain, that he knows they're selling illegal shares of APE and AMC into the market to force AMC to not be able to generate cash, meaning going out of business. That's what he said they were doing to Highcroft. He said, we found another asset, Highcroft, that was a lot like us, who had trouble raising liquidity. And he knows what he's saying. That's that naked short selling. So that's it. I mean, that's what we have coming up. October 21st is a really bullish options chain. Then you have, excuse me. All these space calls all week, man, got me just wrecked. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's better. Really bullish option chain on October 21st. November 7th, the bonds are callable. November 8th is earnings, and it's also midterms. So we could see some big mix up from midterms. Some of them senators are congressmen and senators. I'm telling you right now, you congressmen and senators who have been insider trading for the past 2 years, especially on the backs of Americans during the pandemic, you are getting ready to be out of office. You will be voted out. There's enough information out there on insider trading that's hot right now because everybody's 401ks are in the dirt and people have had to come out of retirement to go back to work. You will no longer be a seated U.S. congressperson or senator, and it is coming very soon. I'm voting for anybody that has not been in for more than 10 years. That means the new people coming into Congress, whether it's Democrat or Republican, I don't care. If I'm a Republican and I see a Democrat and he's a new guy and he's going to come in and have a new stance and a new mindset, I'm voting him in because now I've taken somebody out that is entrenched in DC with compromises and lobbyists and all that. Just put new people in. The system will fall apart. That's the beauty of the vote. Go out and vote for the new person instead of the entrenched 20-year Democrat or Republican who's been making millions of dollars. They leave office 30 million up and they're only getting paid 100,000 a year. It's insane. Just vote in the new guy. Either way, I'm going to keep talking. I'm just going to keep talking. I'm not going to say anything. Just keep streaming. Let's check our poll. Here we go. We will check our poll. All right. This is looking good. Let me pull up my chart real quick. Let's see. We got. Oh, come on. 100, 5, 1,000, 3,500. And how many votes do we have so far? 196 votes, which is great. That's almost the entire channel. If you just joined, please go and vote for this poll. And we have 11% at 100, 19% at 500. You see what's happening here already? 31% at 1,000, and 39% at 3,500. And this is so low ball, you guys. If I could have added 5,010, I would have. So let me format into percentages. Pop up over here. Percent. Okay. So now we have. Ooh. I hate when it does that. We have these percentages. I'm putting in the calculation to get the numbers. But I'm going to tell you right now, so far it looks like a freaking 3,000 share average at least, maybe 2,500. So let's say this. Need to find out how many shareholder percents. So the sum of 196 times 11%. How many shareholders is that? 21. Jesus. Sorry about that. Got the window open. Doing these calculations quick. So here, I'll do it up on screen. Sum 196 times 11, 21. Sum 96 times 19. Eighth. 29 C32 9 C33. I know it's boring. Stick with me, guys. So yeah, here we are. Now equals sum 21 shareholders times 100. Okay, Bam, bam, bam. Equals sum. These are the total shares per each. So 349,000 shares have just been voted in by 196 people on my live stream, which I encouraged you all to be very honest about it. This is a general vote, but it is very conservative because anybody over 3,500 shares, if you got 10,000 shares, that's not being accounted in. So let's just say, what's the average here? Let's do this average. Equals sum. We got 349,000 some shares divided by 196 voters. So 1,781 shares per person just from my live stream. And that's conservative because if I would have put 10,000 shares in, people would have been hitting that 10,000. If you've got more than 3,500 shares, and this is nothing against anybody who doesn't, if you're in the stream right now and you got more than 3,500 shares, just type it in. Just say I've got 5, I've got 10, I've got 11, whatever. If you want to, you don't have to. But you guys see what I'm getting at here, right? What's 4 million? If we have 4 million investors, which I think that number is probably misleading. I don't think we do. If we have maybe we do 4 million investors and the average is 1,767 shares per person. There's no way AMC ever issued those shares. That is shares beyond shares beyond shares. Look at everybody in the chat. 7.5, 10K, 22K, 22,000, 11K, 8.5K, 8.6K, 6,500, 4,500. Look at this, 9,000, 5,500. I'm going to say that between the DRS poll and the how much AMC do I own poll, it's probably 35 to 4,000 shares average per shareholder. But even with our very conservative estimate, let's say there's 4 million shareholders times 1767. Oop, what the hell? Come on. $7 billion shares on a conservative estimate. I mean, come on, man. This is such a fraud. Let's do 800,000 shareholders times the 4,000 average shares per shareholder from my Twitter poll. That's still 3 billion shares. Gary Gensler, fuck you. SEC, fuck you. DTCC, fuck you. FINRA, fuck you. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Multiple presidential election polls only have a sample group of 2,000, and CNN and MSNBC and Fox News put it on like it's truth, like it's hard truth. We have 3 different polls that I've ran that all show the average shareholder count is over a minimum of 1,700 per share. None of the regulators are out there doing their job. These big money institutions are not doing their job. The U.S. Congress also, fuck you, is not doing their job. They're insider trading. The banks are paying them to do it. The big money market makers are paying them to do it. They're getting away with murder while you got UBS, Barclays, and multiple institutions getting fined minimum amounts by the SEC for exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all keep playing your games. You guys, you regulators, lawmakers, legislators, market makers, keep playing your games. You're going to fuck around and find out real quick. Excuse my language. There might be kids on the channel, but man, this is serious, you guys. They are robbing you. Right now, they are robbing you. Robbing you blind. Your 401ks, your pensions, your grandparents' pensions, all of it, they are robbing you blind. Illegally taking your money by devaluing your investments, by selling securities they do not own. Citadel Securities on their last annual, $65 billion in securities sold, not yet purchased. They're done. It's proof. All of them need to be put before a tribunal because they are committing a national security fraud by destroying the U.S. stock market and devaluing the American citizens' bank accounts, pensions. They're robbing quadrillions of dollars from America, and they're sending it overseas. They're buying their multi-million-dollar homes. Y'all better start playing fair. That's all I'm going to say. Right now, you are actively engaging in corporate espionage. You're actively engaging in national security illegalities. You are actively engaging in treason against the United States of America. You are. You can go to any document constitutionally, congressionally, or judicially and find that if this is happening, and we know it is, they are committing corporate espionage. They're selling. You say this, you're with a Fidelity 401k. They've put AMC into your 401k, or you're holding AMC in a Roth. Then all these brokers are going out and they're loaning your shares that you bought through them out. They're making money off of your shares, loaning them to short sellers while your stock price goes down. That's what's fucking happening. No more bullshit. None. There's no, oh, I don't think this is happening. It's a conspiracy. They are selling illegal shares out into the market. That's a fact. There are naked short sellers. That's a fact. Some of the naked short sellers don't even know they're naked short because they're getting ripped off too. That is a fact. The AMC bondholders are intentionally shorting the AMC stock to crush it to make their bonds value more. That is a fact. They make it to where CEOs cannot talk about direct registration. That's a fact, which is bullshit. And any type of movement we put together, they come in and try to disrupt us nonstop. This is my challenge. I hope Adam Aron is doing this, but Adam Aron, this is my challenge to you. Confront the naked short selling on AMC stock now, and all of us apes will stand up for you in person, in front of any court, and say, we declare fraud. 100,000 people standing in front of the SEC peacefully saying, we know you are engaged in fraud that is robbing U.S. investors blind and destroying the AMC company. We know you know it's happening. We know you are committing fraud. Adam Aron, I will personally stand in front of any shots taken at you if you confront this. You will not only make yourself one of the wealthiest men in the world by doing so, you will make your shareholders wealthy, we will all be empowered, and we will fix this broken system. If you would stand up for Adam Aron and any type of legal litigation that he may get into for confronting naked short selling openly, just put a gorilla emoji into the comment section. If you would stand up for Adam Aron and stand in front of litigation for him to support him in attacking these naked short sellers and getting them off our back, put a gorilla emoji in the chat. Wow, the poll went up to 249 votes now. Let's check it out. We have to confront the naked short selling and synthetic shares being sold into the market, or they are going to destroy AMC theaters. And we have Dave Lauer, you got Jon Stewart, you got Lisa Barranca, you got all these people, Pedro from Philly, all these people with all these powers that we can confront the naked short selling, the phantom shares, and the illegal market that is destroying American companies and our futures. That simple. Let me update the poll. It jumped 251 votes. 11, 19, 31, and 39. So percentages stayed the same, but now with the new average, let's see here. A30. Oh, oops. How did that happen? Sorry. We want A29. Okay, so D30. What is happening here? Oh, that's this. Sorry. Okay. E34, A29. Okay, so the average is about the same, 1,781. I think it's closer to actually like no, it's probably actually closer to 3,500 like we talked about earlier compared to the other DRS poll and this poll. Guys, these polls are phenomenal. You guys are giving us multiple different data sets over multiple different platforms, and they're all showing the same results. Even at the most conservative bare minimum, 1,767 shares per person. Look at all the freaking gorillas in the chats. I'm going to end the poll because we got the data we needed. There's nothing but gorillas in the chat. Adam Aron, if you go after the naked short sellers and the people selling phantom shares and cheating AMC Theaters as a company, we will all stand up for you. I will donate my own money to help the legal battle that we are going to get into, but we have to end it now. This cannot go on. I do not want my child getting ripped off in future markets because of these criminals, and they are criminals. Citadel has been fined like 70 times over the past year for doing illegal and shitty things. Keep it up, guys. If you haven't put a gorilla in the chat and you would front up and stick up for Adam Aron if he went after naked short selling publicly, drop a gorilla in the chat. I better drop one myself. This is it. Adam, we have your back. We hope you're doing the right thing. We hope you expose it. We will be there for you if shit goes down and you challenge these guys. We will be there for you. But we need to hear from you, man. We need to know what is going on with APE, which, again, we probably will hear at the earnings call. But damn, I mean, we got crushed this week. We need some reassurance. This is how the movement needs to go. No more, well, this space call team and this people and DRS is bad. No. DRS is a 100% guaranteed way to log the float legally that you can do as an individual retail investor. 2, Adam Aron needs to go after naked short sellers and phantom shares, the people who are selling them into the market that are attacking AMC and APE stock. You need to go after them. If you do, we've got your back in mass. They cannot stop us. Not one single court, not one judge, not one SEC agent, nobody. When we're 400,000 people deep in front of a courtroom outside saying Adam Aron has the right to protect his company and his stock as a CEO and chairman, we win. We are right. The regulations are all behind us. The law is behind us. And we have the people and the manpower. It's that freaking simple. But Adam Aron, we need a dedicated answer to this, that you are going to go after these guys. Let's just say this. If you hear me, Adam Aron, and you know what I'm talking about, just tweet a one-word response on Twitter. I don't even care what it is. Just tweet yes or no. And say this is not into, this doesn't even have to do with what you're saying. Just blink fucking twice, man. Because this is it. We can win right now. We have been defrauded. We have the proof. We have the manpower, woman power, people power. We have the money. AMC is trending globally. We can blow this whole thing apart as one big freaking Congress. And if I think the definition of Congress is a gathering of apes, right? Somebody told me that once. I don't know if it's true. A group of baboons is not a Congress. Okay, so that's not true. Let's see what a gathering of apes is called. A band. Collective names animal herds. Ape. Apes. A shrewdness. So if apes are a clad of old world simians. Okay. So a gathering of apes. Collective names for animals. A herd of cows. A pack of this. Shrewdness of apes. That's it. I'm just going to tweet it right now. Let's just say this. If you confront publicly the illegal naked short selling of AMC, the illegal selling of phantom shares, of phantom shares, the illegal naked short selling, the illegal selling of phantom shares, and the entities who are complicit, every ape in the world will have your back. In person, in finance, and on social worldwide. I will personally dedicate my time and money to this cause. Let's keep the tweet short. I am dedicated. Time and money. Illegal naked short selling of AMC. Illegal selling of phantom shares and entities who are complicit. That's how tweets are made. Man. Let's do hashtags. You guys go out and retweet the crap out of this, please. In person, in finance, and on socials worldwide. Tweet. We will be there in presence, in person, in finance, everything. People who can't be there in finance can be there in person. People who can't be there in person can be there in finance. If you can't do either, you can be on social media. I will put on my freaking military dress uniform, which probably doesn't fit me right anymore, and I will show up and stand guard for the movement. And how many veterans are in the chat? If you're a veteran in the chat right now, throw up a, let's see, what emoji? Let's, is there a military emoji? Yep, if you're a veteran in the chat right now, throw up a freaking green helmet. Let me see how many vets are in here. If you're a vet, throw up a green helmet. How many veterans would show up with me in person to stick up for Aron? Stupid. If you guys put stupid shit in the chat, Wolverine 809, I'm literally just gonna boot you from the room. Why is YouTube hiding comments? I don't know why it's hiding comments. Okay, right now, right here, just out of the 228 people, there's already 3 vets in the chat right now. How many veterans are willing to go stand in person physically to show up for Aron? Look at YouTube is hiding the helmets in my chat. How many of you would go up and stick up for Aron with me? I would be there every day until we win this thing. Because I'll tell you what, it's always a group of vets that come in and change the Congress, the laws, by going in person and saying enough is enough. We will go peacefully. We will go professionally. We have resources like crazy. Al from Boston is pushing hard to get all the active duty fellas who are involved in this. Aron, we will support you, but you have to go after these guys with the tenacity and with the intention that Patrick Byrne did, who would probably come and help us. All right, here we go. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 vets so far. Bob Giogengan, sorry if I said your name wrong. Not a vet, but I will show up. There's another vet. All these vets, and even people who say they're not vets, are going to show up. If Aron responds to me and says, the time is now, we need to go after these guys for attacking our company. They're illegal and naked short selling us. They're selling phantom shares into the market. This is a truth. We know it. We have data on it. We've got people being fined by the SEC for it. We've got past court cases on it. There's now over 10, 11 veterans in the chat and 223 apes in the chat. Just in my little YouTube stream. If this message spreads, If this message spreads and Aron says, we are going to go on the offensive, they are trying to attack our company, they're destroying our stock, you will have hundreds of thousands of people standing together, fighting for our investment, our freedom, our legal rights. We will win. End of story. That's how simple this is, you guys. All we need is a confirmation from Aron to say it's time to go to war. Not a physical war, not a violent war. A battle to protect our rights as shareholders, to protect our company, to protect our money, and to protect everyone else who has lost their retirements because of the illegal naked short selling of thousands of stocks in the market, the illegal selling of phantom shares of thousands of stocks in the market that is crushing the global economy because market makers, hedge funds, banks, Barclays, Credit Suisse, UBS, Bank of America over leverage every 10 years to the point to where we go bankrupt. The national debt is a direct byproduct of these greedy, globalist, freaking clowns stealing money from countries, stealing money from our companies, and stealing money from our pockets so they can push it offshore into their little Epstein Island fucking fantasy worlds. It's time. Aron, let's do this. This isn't naked shorts. There's a sex toy in the none of that shit. This is real world business. I've got a bachelor's degree from Embry-Riddle in business management, technical management. I did aviation for 18 years. I was in the military for 8 years, 2 deployments. I know the law. I know my rights. I know what's happening to us. And so does every single veteran and ape in this chat right now. That's what's up. Are we doing this, or are we going to sit here and act like nothing's wrong anymore? There's so many things you guys can do right now. Go out and file an SEC FOIA request to request information on who failed to deliver 43 million APE preferred stocks on August 22nd to the 24th. Go out and file SEC complaints about phantom selling and naked short selling of AMC and APE stock. Contact lawyers, call West Christian, go to nakedtruth.info, send letters from nakedtruth.info. Make sure you type that in right, or you'll get weird websites. Right here, John Doe shareholder letter example to a manipulated company. Fill this out, print it, mail it to AMC board of directors. Fill it out, print it, mail it to, or email it to Aron and CEO John VP John Merriweather, which you can find the address to do so. AMC Investor Relations, boom. Right at the bottom. Right next to Computer Share, baby. 11500 Ash Street, Leawood, Kansas, 66211, 866-248-3872. Who's calling me? Oh, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. I'm live streaming, yelling at YouTube about us getting ready to show up in person to fight illegal naked short selling and selling of phantom shares into the stock market. You want to say hi to everybody? Hold on. Say hi. Go ahead, Mom.
Hi. How are you? Hope everything's going well.
Do you hold Highcroft stock?
I think so.
Yep.
Yes.
And does my sister hold AMC stock?
Yes, she does.
She's an ape. And I'll tell you what, the one person you don't want to fuck with is my sister. I'm going to tell you, I'm Ken Griffin, Gary Gensler, all you guys, you piss my sister off, and it's game over. All right, love you, Mom. Bye. I'm not messing around. You piss my sister off, it's game over. All right, let me read some comments, man. I'm gonna get ready to hop off. Hold on. What the hell? I don't even care about the stock price because I want to fix the corruption. I forgot. I haven't been even watching the stock price. So we're 7% on APE today. We're 5% on AMC. Rock on. BBIG's up. Highcroft Mine's up a little bit. We're gonna start recoveries next week, I think. But anyways, let's go to this. I want to read some of these comments, man. This has been such an amazing. And Miss Diva, if you're in here, I'm sorry. I'm swearing. If you're at work, I'm sorry. I'm going to attempt to train myself to not say swear words, and I'll say fudge and shiza or something, so your American employers don't get mad at me or whatever. If you're watching this at work. All right. Let me try to catch up. Dante Fuego, I'm ready to occupy Wall Street. Apes occupy Wall Street. I will stand. LD, Soren, you all went to war for... Oh, Jesus Christ, get out of here, man. That's just such a stupid comment. Is he doing the right thing? We got to find out. Derek H., we need a demonstration. I believe so. I think we need an in-person peaceful demonstration. Some of my colleagues on Twitter, my friends, will say no, they don't want to do that. That's their opinion. My opinion is we need to start peaceful demonstrations in front of the SEC. I think a march in New York City from the AMC Theater down FDR Boulevard to the front of the SEC building, all in unison. A peaceful, awesome AMC protest in unison would rock the world. Down FDR Boulevard, 5-mile march to the SEC building, past the Manhattan Bridge. I will show up to that if we get enough support, which might be something, maybe I put it out in a petition. But what I really think should happen is Aron comes out and says, I would like to make an official statement on behalf of AMC Theaters that we believe our stock, AMC Common and APE Preferred Equity, are being naked short sold and or having phantom shares not legally issued by AMC Entertainment sold into the market, which is directly diluting our stock price, hurting our shareholders, reducing our ability to raise cash, causing an issue where we as a company cannot survive. And we are going to start fighting for it. And every single ape in the world will immediately stand up, band together, know this or that. We will all be dedicated to the same cause under the same banner. So Aron, please come out. Identify exactly what's happening and let's get this done. The poll is complete. It's at the bottom if you want to see it. 328 votes. Let me put in that last bit of data on the chart. 328 votes. 328 votes. Ding! Look at that. All right, let me fix this over here real quick. 37, 32, 19. 37, 32, 19, 10. 10. That in my chat today, 328 people on a conservative basis of under 3,500 shares per person just logged 564,160 shares, which gives us an average of this divided by this. 1,720 shares per person out of 328. So if you contribute that to say, let's just do 2 million shareholders, which I think is a pretty good conservative estimate, considering Aron has told us that we have over 4 million multiple times, which could be misinterpreted. I don't know, but I mean, it was a pretty direct statement. So let's do the sum. Let me put it up on screen for you guys. Sum equals this 2 million times the average share. It's not working. Sum equals, equal sum 2 million times bing, bang, boom. What is that? Is that 3.4 billion shares? Is that a number we've gotten before on my polls on Twitter multiple times? Has our stock been cut down by almost 3/4 of its value, which would facilitate a 3/4 dilution that Aron never issued? This is how they destroy U.S. companies. Look at these numbers. Look at this. 5,000 votes, 5,068 votes on my Twitter poll of how many AMC shares do you own. On average, people own with a under $5,000 share per person. So this is conservative. On average, we're looking at, hold on, let me recalculate that. 11 million shares divided by the total number of shareholders. $2,319 shares per person, which is almost exact. I had my math wrong in there. I don't know how I did that. 2,319 shares per person just on AMC shares held in a 5,000 person vote, giving us, with 4 million shareholders, 9.2 billion shares. With this data here, this is DRS shares. 435 people voted. Let's go to that post. Let's see what the update is going on that post. DRS poll. Okay, DRS 442 votes. Went up a little bit. 32.6. 32.6. 19%. 19.7 and 28.7. So now we're still sitting at total DRS shares just out of 442 people is 1.513 million. That's giving us an average of some the total number of shares divided by the total number of votes. Average per person, 3,424 shares. And that's bigger because I allowed the 10,000 share vote in that one. Right there. If I would have did 5,000 again, it would be close to the same number. And then look at our poll down here from YouTube today, 1,720 shares per person. And I only allowed 3,500. If I would have done 5, we would be up to 2,000 or 3,200. Every single bit of data I get comes back exactly the same. We are being frauded. Let me go close the door. The leaf blower guy's here. I'll be out of the apartment complex here in the next probably 60 days too. I didn't want to buy a house yet. I wanted to build a new house, but the city living is just, I hate it. So I'm going to get a house here in the next 30 days. I'll have a new studio set up, which I think you guys are really going to like. It's not going to be a bunch of neon lights and I don't know how long my webcam's been frozen. It's not going to be a bunch of neon lights and weird shit in the back. It's going to be my AMC stuff, my military stuff, my degrees, all that. But I'm going to set up a better studio. Here we go. Let's say, yeah, this is why I love Twitter, man. You look at all the apes in the freaking comment section, man. David Allen Grove will stop saying things. I don't know who you're talking to, David. It better not be me, though. Oh, you guys are having some type of inter-community comment thing going on there. I don't know what's going on there. I can't even catch up to the chats, David. Man, there's so many people in here right now. Guys, please like and subscribe. Please share the video out. Let's get this out there so people understand that it's no more, well, I want to be the clout chasing, the space call star. I don't care about any of that. I don't even want to do this anymore. I want to go enjoy my day. I want to go take my dog to the park. I want to go drink a beer, enjoy my day. That's what I did before this. I got wrapped into this. Everybody liked it. I'm trying to further the movement. We're getting rid of the FUD. We're getting rid of the bots. We're getting rid of the shills. No more clout chasing. No more shilling. If you don't own AMC and you're in the stock market and other plays, you're still being defrauded because AMC is locked up in the indexes that your stocks are locked in, making them go down because of the fraud. You're losing your money too. Even if you're not in AMC, Everybody should want to fight for a free and fair market. Alex Nicole Rivera, you're on to something. What goes on behind closed doors that we don't know could have been fixed a long time ago. Also call me crazy, but as part of a big agenda worldwide, this is not the work of just one person. 100%. That's on my inflation comment. Let's go to my tweet and see how that's responding. I'm sure we're going to have some shills in here. CEO Adam, if you confront publicly the illegal naked shorts on AMC, illegal stock phantom shares, any of these, implicit, every ape in the world will stand your back in personal finance, social media. I'm dedicated to time and money. We are here. Go there and ask him. I'm probably going to the next annual meeting. What part of that you guys don't understand? I'm not sure what that means. Needs hard proof. Dude, we have hard proof. It's something bigger going on. Somebody's trying to bring up Americans down. See, this type of shit right here. Joe, give it a damn rest already. The CEO is doing his damn job. Blah, blah, blah. The stock's down 80%, you freaking moron. 801 vet, AMC. We'll hold till Valhalla. How about we don't hold until zero? How about we confront the stupid fucking market making? You want to hold until the stock is destroyed, the movement falls apart, and we lose? Wake up. That's just lazy. If that guy's even real. This is just the stupidest comment. It's so anti-structure. Oh no, I got scared of the price drop, order filled. What platform are you on, bro? What platform is this? Is this Robinhood? It's so dumb. I'm going to hold my stock until it goes to zero. Go apes. That's what they want you to do. They want you to stay dumb and keep people silent that are making noise. God damn. I'll hold my stock till zero, and then we can all go home with our loss in money. Aron isn't going to do anything and get aggressive unless he knows he's got his troops behind him, man. Now, questioning him on what's going on is one thing, because all the catalysts are falling apart and our stock's in the dirt and we don't know where he is. Questioning him is one thing, but telling him, we will have your back if you do this, is another. This is the problem with people in the movement who do not understand what is going on in the market. They just buy and hodl and they're a cheerleader, and that's great. That guy's just a cheerleader, man. He's not filing FOIAs. He's not filing SEC complaints. He's not direct registering his shares. He's with the group of people that want to go, don't question CEO Adam and let's hold till zero. That'll really show them. You fucking donut. Quit swearing. Fudging. All right. Anyways, I'm ready to do this. We're going to get some reversal upward pressure. Aron, please come out like an absolute freaking title holding champion and throw a punch, and we will be behind you every step of the way. You have at minimum hundreds of thousands of people behind you ready to show up in person to help you with whatever you need. I hope APE does what it's supposed to do. I hope he didn't just dilute us for cash to pay his bondholders. I hope we see the recovery when they sell the APE and the market makers decide they're going to cover their illegal naked shorts and phantom shares, and we run and AMC is healthy. But I'll tell you this right now is our only chance to fix the broken stock market, the broken financial industry. We have the people, the money, the time, the trend. We've got it all. But we all have to get together and tell CEO Adam, as our leader at AMC Theaters, our CEO and chairman, it's time to strike. And like Kennedy said, you need to strike hard and fast to destroy any and all four other forms of aggression. It's just time. Anyways, I'm gonna go log off, man. My dog's staring at me like I'm yelling at him, even though I'm not. I'm not yelling at you guys. You guys have been amazing. Please like, share, subscribe, share the video. Again, at the end of the month, every dollar I earn on YouTube, which I will show you right now, this is estimated, by the way, is going back in AMC gift cards to the community. I will put them out on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, if you're here, please, if you don't want to be on Twitter, just start an account and then follow me and just stay silent and come in during the contest and you'll have a chance at grabbing a gift card, man. It's pretty hard for me to drop them on YouTube because then I'd need like some other social media account. Well, let me make sure there's no personal information on there. I don't think there is. But look at this. We now have 4,384 subs, which is amazing. Thank you. We're getting insane analytics. Insane analytics. Look at this. 75K views, 16K, 0.8K watch hours, 1.7 new subs, $500 revenue so far this month, which they pay out at the end of the month. I will be kicking them all out in AMC gift cards back to the community who deserves it. And I hope you guys go to the movies, and if you get one, post it on Twitter. The most important thing you can do for AMC is make it trend virally on the internet. Go out to every single social media platform you have today and hashtag AMC, hashtag APE, and type in illegal naked short selling is crushing the U.S. stock market. Crush it, guys. Anyways, much love. Please like, sub. You guys rock. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks for everybody. And I know I see David Allen in here all the time. I wasn't coming after you. You guys there's people in here that are here every time I stream, and I love you very much. Anyways, I'm going to continue the push. I'm going to continue my FOIA requests, my SEC complaints, talking to Naked Truth, talking to Wes Christian, and trying to get Aron to be the champion of fucking justice, fudging